Have you ever asked yourself why, despite every effort, some men and women seem to glide effortlessly into wealth, influence, and personal mastery while you remain tethered to the inertia of ordinary existence, as though the world conspires to keep you small? Consider this. The difference is not talent nor luck nor circumstance, but the unseen architecture of the mind, the silent mechanics of thought that govern every action, every decision, every fleeting impulse. In the deepest chambers of your consciousness lie forces that, once understood and harnessed, can bend reality to your will, shaping destiny with a precision that is both terrifying and exhilarating. What if the life you live today is not the product of chance, but the accumulation of unconscious choices, mental whispers, and dormant potentials that have never been summoned to service? What if you could awaken those dormant powers tonight as you drift into sleep and allow them to work ceaselessly, invisibly, to construct a future of your own design? This is not theory. This is not philosophy offered lightly. This is the application of the universal laws of success, the same laws that guided men to fortunes, empires, and greatness, yet remain accessible to any mind willing to surrender to disciplined focus and relentless inner cultivation. Success is never accidental. It is the deliberate alignment of desire, thought, and action toward a singular, unshakable purpose. Begin by recognizing the supremacy of definiteness of purpose, the unwavering clarity of intent that transforms vague dreams into inevitable realities. Without this, ambition falters, energy dissipates, and the mind becomes a chaotic arena where fleeting wants and social pressures erode potential. But when desire is definitively focused, the mind organizes itself, marshals resources, and ignites a fire that will consume obstacles without mercy. Tonight, as you lie in stillness, let this idea penetrate every fiber of your being. You are either consciously directing your mind or allowing it to be hijacked by external noise, fear, and indecision. The moment of sleep is not a surrender to unconsciousness, but an opportunity to install within the subconscious the commands, images, and affirmations that will manifest as unstoppable momentum. Faith, not in the trivial sense of hope, but as a profound inner certainty, is the lever of all creation. Faith converts thought into reality, desire into action, and persistence into triumph. It is the engine that propels thought from imagination into the material world. As you drift deeper, understand that belief is not a passive state. It is the disciplined cultivation of mental certainty, repeatedly reinforced through visualization and affirmation until the subconscious accepts it as fact. Your mind cannot distinguish between vivid imagination and external reality. This principle is the cornerstone of autosuggestion, the deliberate feeding of your consciousness with thoughts that construct your desired reality. Speak to yourself now, not with doubt, but with authority. Every affirmation, every repetition, every vivid mental picture is a seed planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious, destined to grow in ways both magnificent and unrelenting. Fear is the silent assassin of potential. It infiltrates the mind under the guise of practicality, under the illusion of caution, and yet every fear is merely a misaligned thought, a habit of mind that can be dissolved through conscious discipline. Mastery over fear is not achieved by avoidance, but by confrontation and persistent mental conditioning. Tonight, as your body surrenders to sleep, your subconscious mind can be trained to recognize fear as illusion, to reinterpret uncertainty as opportunity, and to condition your spirit to act decisively despite the tremor of doubt. Persistence is the relentless companion of faith and desire, the unyielding force that carries vision beyond the first failures, beyond the seductive call of comfort, into the territory of true accomplishment. Imagination is the workshop of the mind. In this quiet state, your subconscious mind becomes a crucible where ideas, strategies, and solutions are forged. Visualize with meticulous detail the life you intend to create. Hear the sounds, feel the textures, sense the emotions of the reality you are designing. These impressions, repeated night after night, will crystallize into habits, decisions, and actions that, though invisible in the moment, inevitably shape your waking life. Decision, the faculty so few exercise with courage, is the sharp edge of destiny. Indecision is the breeding ground of failure. By embedding decisive thought patterns into your subconscious while you sleep, you prepare yourself to act with clarity and authority, as if the path were already laid before you. Tonight, as you surrender to darkness, recognize that your mind is not idle, it is not passive. Every thought, every image, every emotion feeds the subconscious machinery that shapes outcomes. This is the law of mental causation. What you impress upon your mind, it manifests. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who languish in mediocrity is the consistent, disciplined cultivation of thoughts that align with purpose, faith, and desire. As you drift deeper, repeat these affirmations silently or aloud within the mind. I am master of my destiny. My purpose is clear. My desire is unwavering. Fear has no hold over me. Every challenge is a stepping stone, every failure a lesson. I act decisively. I persist relentlessly. I visualize vividly. I create relentlessly. Each repetition is a hammer stroke, forging a subconscious reality that cannot fail to emerge. The laws that govern achievement are invisible, sut, lay, yet unyielding. They respond not to emotion, not to whim, but to the precise orchestration of thought. Your mind, if disciplined, becomes a magnet for circumstances, opportunities, and people that align with your defined purpose. Sleep is the conduit, the invisible bridge where these forces operate most efficiently. While the body rests, the mind constructs, arranges, and manifests, taking invisible steps that will manifest externally as progress, influence, and eventual mastery. Tonight you are planting seeds in the dark soil of your subconscious, seeds that, if nourished by repetition and visualization, will sprout into a life of power, control, and purpose. Understand that self-discipline is the guardian of all mental law. Without it, desire is chaotic, faith is fragile, and imagination becomes idle. The practice of self-discipline begins with the small, unnoticed moments, the control of impulse, the redirection of thought, the refusal to entertain doubt. As your mind drifts between wakefulness and sleep, direct it consciously. Refuse thoughts that diminish, reject patterns that enslave, invite only those ideas that serve the ultimate purpose. Your subconscious is not a passive observer, it is a loyal instrument, obedient to the repeated instructions you embed in this liminal space between consciousness and dream. Persistence is the silent multiplier of every mental effort. Alone, desire is fragile. Alone, faith can waver. But persistence, when applied consistently, transforms every effort into inevitable progress. While you sleep, your subconscious can be trained to reinforce persistence, to recognize obstacles as temporary illusions, to embed within you the unshakable determination that converts setbacks into fuel for further action. Let your mind dwell tonight not on impossibilities, but on the certainty of execution, the inevitability of your vision, and the unbroken alignment of your thoughts with the law of success. As darkness deepens and the body surrenders fully to sleep, realize that every affirmation, every mental image, every statement of purpose becomes a directive for unseen forces. Your subconscious cannot distinguish between real and imagined events. It accepts vividly conceived thoughts as commands, then orchestrates conditions to bring them into manifestation. This is the invisible law that Napoleon Hill uncovered, the principle that separates the unconscious from the victorious, the ordinary from the extraordinary. You are not simply sleeping, you are engineering reality. Tonight you will enter a state where the mind is most receptive, where faith is strongest, where imagination works without resistance. Embed these truths deep. Your purpose is absolute, your desire is consuming, your faith is unshakable, your mind is disciplined, your imagination is vivid, your decisions are swift, your persistence is relentless. Every repetition, every affirmation, every deliberate image you impress upon your subconscious, while as leap is a deposit into the bank of your future, compounded with the interest of invisible forces that operate ceaselessly to bring forth your vision. Now, as your consciousness drifts further into the gentle surrender of sleep, understand this: your mind is a battlefield, and the silent war of success is fought not in the streets, not in boardrooms, not in the applause of crowds, but in the quiet recesses of thought. Every night, as the body relaxes, your subconscious mind remains vigilant, absorbing, recording, assimilating. It listens to your fears as carefully as it listens to your affirmations. It magnifies your doubts as readily as it magnifies your desires. Tonight, you must command it with the authority of unwavering purpose. You must speak to it in the language it understands, repetition, vivid imagery, and absolute certainty. The seeds you plant now will grow in patterns too subtle for immediate recognition, yet their fruit will be inevitable, undeniable, and transformative. Consider desire, not a fleeting whim, not a casual preference, but the burning, all-consuming urge that drives action, shapes thought, and summons opportunity. Desire is the spark that ignites the engine of achievement. Without it, the mind is a stagnant pond, reflecting only the world it receives, incapable of creating, incapable of directing. Tonight, you must feed desire, strengthen it, fuse it to your purpose until it becomes inseparable from your very identity. Repeat silently within your mind, my desire is clear, my purpose is absolute, my will is unyielding. Allow this mantra to resonate through every neuron, every synapse, until doubt cannot survive in its presence. Faith is the bridge between the invisible and the visible, between imagination and manifestation. It is not hope, it is not wishful thinking, it is absolute belief, the kind that bends the world toward the mind that possesses it. Faith transforms thought into reality, converts desire into action, and persistence into results. As your body lies in stillness, allow your mind to embrace the certainty that what you imagine, what you repeatedly affirm, is already in motion. The universe does not negotiate with hesitation. It responds to conviction. Imprint upon your subconscious, I have faith in my purpose. I believe in my ability to achieve. I am guided by invisible forces that align with my intention. Let this belief echo in the corridors of your mind, becoming a drumbeat that will summon both opportunities and the courage to seize them. Persistence, often underestimated, is the quiet engine of all success. Desire, however fiery, and faith, however unshakable, are powerless without the continuous application of effort, of thought, of mental discipline. While the world sleeps, you have the opportunity to instill within yourself an unbroken pattern of persistence. Tell your subconscious mind, I persist beyond failure. I persist beyond fear. I persist beyond doubt. Obstacles are temporary. My will, is permanent. The small victories, repeated silently in thought, accumulate into unassailable momentum. The mind cannot distinguish effort from affirmation. Repeated mental insistence becomes action without resistance. Your imagination is more than a refuge. It is a tool, a workshop, a laboratory where reality is tested and constructed before it ever manifests. In this quiet state, allow the mind to visualize in meticulous detail the life you intend to create. Feel it as though it is already yours, the sounds, the textures, the interactions, the precise emotions that accompany achievement. Picture yourself acting with clarity, decisiveness, and influence. See obstacles being overcome with ingenuity and courage. Embed these images into your subconscious night after night, and they will guide your decisions, reactions, and strategies in waking life. The mind does not differentiate between reality and vividly imagined experiences. Repetition engraves them as truth. Decision, the faculty so few exercise with courage, is the scalpel that cuts through the fog of mediocrity. Indecision is the breeding ground of failure. While awake, you may hesitate, second-guess, or defer. But while asleep, the subconscious accepts the clarity of your instruction. Impress upon it, I make decisions promptly and with confidence. I act on my purpose decisively. My mind rejects hesitation, doubt, and distraction. Every affirmation, every repetition, every mental rehearsal is a direct order to the subcon. Size to align circumstances, opportunities, and solutions with your will. Fear is the enemy that masquerades as caution. It whispers lies, magnifies risk, and paralyzes potential. But fear is nothing more than misapplied thought, a mental habit that can be rewritten through persistent mental conditioning. While the body rests, teach your subconscious to reinterpret fear as signal, as opportunity, as fuel. Repeat silently, I fear nothing that impedes my purpose. I act despite fear. Fear is temporary. My will is eternal. Every mental reinforcement strengthens your capacity to act decisively, to persevere, and to dominate circumstances. Self-discipline is the master key. Without it, desire fragments, faith falters, and imagination becomes idle. It is the continuous practice of controlling thought, redirecting impulses, and aligning action with purpose. As sleep deepens, remind your subconscious, I am disciplined in thought, word, and action. I control my mind. I refuse destructive influences. I focus only on those things that serve my ultimate purpose. Every repetition becomes a reinforcement, a neural pathway that solidifies control over the most powerful instrument you possess. Your mind, the subtle forces of your subconscious, do not require complex instruction. They respond to clarity, consistency, and intensity. Every affirmation, every mental rehearsal, every vivid visualization is a deposit into the bank of your future, accruing interest silently, invisibly, until LTS manifest. Understand that your subconscious is not idle. It is a powerful, obedient partner that, once trained, will work ceaselessly, aligning events, people, and circumstances in harmony with your will. Tonight it is listening. Tonight it is recording. Tonight it is acting. As you descend deeper into the rhythm of sleep, consider the invisible law of attraction, not as sentiment, but as principle. What the mind holds consistently with emotion and conviction will inevitably externalize. Opportunity, resources, insight, and collaboration flow toward the thought patterns you establish not by accident, but by the unerring mechanics of universal law. Embed these affirmations, I attract only circumstances, people, and opportunities that serve my defined purpose. My mind is a magnet for progress, prosperity, and insight. Every thought I plant grows into manifestation. Even failure, even setback, even delay is merely feedback for the persistent mind. While asleep, train the subconscious to interpret obstacles as guides, to extract lessons from every difficulty, to reinforce resilience and ingenuity. Repeat silently, every challenge is temporary, every setback teaches me. I rise stronger from every trial. My purpose is absolute. My desire is relentless. My action is decisive. These statements are not wishes, they are commands, and your subconscious is built to obey. Tonight, the mind is malleable, receptive, unguarded. Affirm with clarity, I am in control of my thoughts. I am in command of my emotions. I am aligned with the invisible forces of success. My purpose guides every action. My imagination constructs the path. My persistence ensures completion. My faith converts thought into reality. I act decisively. I fear nothing. I am unstoppable. Allow each repetition to sink deeper, to resonate through every corner of consciousness, to ignite mental patterns that will not cease until they manifest externally. Understand the gravity of this moment. You are not merely sleeping. You are engineering reality. Every word you repeat, every mental image you dwell upon, every affirmation you impress upon your subconscious is a directive that cannot fail. The mind is a faithful servant. It delivers exactly what you command. Tonight, plant the seeds of greatness, insist upon their growth, nurture them with repetition, and allow the hidden laws of the mind to construct your future with the inexorability of natural law. As your body lies in the stillness of night, imagine the unseen machinery of your mind humming, ceaselessly active, absorbing every thought, every mental image, every affirmation you impress upon it. There is a power in your subconscious, vast and uncharted, capable of organizing, directing, and manifesting forces that will shape your life with unerring precision. This power does not rest, it does not hesitate, and it does not question. It obeys the patterns and commands you embed within it, tirelessly working to transform repeated mental impressions into external realities. Tonight, as sleep deepens, you must consciously direct it. Affirm with authority, I control my mind, I direct my thoughts, my purpose is absolute, my actions follow my intent. Autosuggestion is the tool through which this power is harnessed. It is the deliberate, repeated feeding of your mind with thoughts that serve your ultimate purpose. The mind cannot distinguish between repetition in thought and external experience. The subconscious accepts both as truth. Speak to it tonight. I am capable of achieving my highest goals. I am disciplined, persistent, imaginative, decisive, and fearless. I convert thought into action, action into results, and results into lasting success. Each repetition is a command, each affirmation a lever, each mental image a blueprint. The mind will respond, inexorably, silently, and powerfully. Consider the nature of persistence once more. True persistence is not merely dogged effort. It is the cultivation of an unshakable mental state in which failure becomes impossible. not because obstacles vanish, but because the mind refuses to accept their authority. While asleep, instruct your subconscious. I persist despite fear, despite doubt, despite temporary failure. I act relentlessly, I endure unflinchingly, and I rise stronger from every challenge. Obstacles exist only to test and temper your determination. Every thought of persistence you embed tonight strengthens the neural pathways of action and resolve, ensuring that your waking life is guided by unbroken momentum. Faith now must be intensified. Not casual belief, not superficial optimism, but absolute, unwavering certainty that the laws of success operate on your behalf. Faith transforms desire into purpose and purpose into results. Tonight, repeat to your subconscious, I have faith in my ability. I believe in my purpose. I am guided by invisible laws that align all circumstances to serve my intent. Faith removes fear, dissolves hesitation, and converts thought into unstoppable force. Allow this certainty to permeate every corner of your consciousness. Let it echo through your mind as though spoken by an unshakable voice. I am destined for success, and my mind will see it manifest. Imagination, the invisible architect of reality, is your most potent ally. While the body rests, your mind can simulate, rehearse, and construct entire scenarios with perfect fidelity. Visualize the exact life you intend to lead, the people you interact with, the achievements you accomplish, the influence you wield, the emotions you experience. Make these images vivid, precise, and emotionally charged. The subconscious mind absorbs them as fact, and in time arranges conditions that bring them into manifestation. Repeat mentally, I visualize my success in exact detail. I see every aspect of my life aligned with my purpose. My imagination constructs reality before I act. Let the mind's creative faculties work ceaselessly while sleep deepens, forging strategies and insights that awaken as clarity and decisive action. Decision is the weapon that separates mediocrity from mastery. While awake, indecision saps energy, generates regret, and leaves opportunity untaken. While asleep, the subconscious records the clarity of your intent. Impress upon it, I make decisions promptly and with confidence. I act decisively on my purpose. Hesitation has no place in my mind. My choices are guided by clarity. My actions follow swiftly, and my results are inevitable. Each repetition ingrains decisiveness into the architecture of thought, creating automatic patterns of clarity and execution that dominate every waking moment. Fear, that subtle infiltrator, must be neutralized. Fear disguises itself as caution, necessity, prudence, or rationality, but in truth, it is a product of misaligned thought, a habit that can be rewritten. While the body rests, the subconscious is receptive to correction. Feed it affirmations, I fear nothing. I confront challenges with courage. Fear is temporary, my will is eternal. Every act of courage and confidence imagined tonight trains the mind to respond with strength rather than hesitation, ensuring that your actions are guided by purpose rather than apprehension. Self-discipline is the framework within which all other principles operate. Desire without discipline is chaos. Faith without discipline is fragile. Imagination without discipline is idle. Tonight, implant the instruction, I am disciplined in thought, in word, and in action. I control my impulses. I focus relentlessly on that which serves my purpose. I reject distractions, negative influences, and doubt. The subconscious obeys discipline. Repeated reinforcement ingrains it into character, creating a mind that automatically aligns with its highest goals. Your mind does not merely record, it magnifies. The thoughts you nurture tonight, the images you rehearse, the affirmations you repeat, are multiplied in their effect by the subconscious. One vivid repetition creates 10 actions, one image creates countless responses, one affirmation generates infinite influence. The night is not idle, it is a forge, and every command you issue shapes the life you will awaken to tomorrow. Recognize this and command your mind with precision. I am the master of my subconscious. I plant seeds of success with every thought. I cultivate strength, clarity, courage, and insight while asleep. The invisible forces of the mind serve my purpose without hesitation. Persistence, faith, imagination, decision, self-discipline, fear mastery. These are not abstract concepts. They are mental tools, instruments of power that, when impressed upon the subconscious, orchestrate circumstances, opportunities, and solutions with perfect synchronization. Repeat with conviction, I persist relentlessly, I act decisively, I create powerfully, I visualize clearly, I maintain faith unshakable, I control fear, I am disciplined. Each repetition is a command, each affirm. A directive, each mental rehearsal a step toward inevitable manifestation. The universe does not intervene randomly. It responds to patterns, to force, to conviction, to repetition. Your subconscious is the mechanism through which invisible forces operate. Feed it well, guide it consciously. While awake, these patterns influence conscious action. While asleep, they embed, solidify, and organize the unseen energy that shapes destiny. Tonight, command, I am aligned with the laws of success. My thoughts, emotions, and actions serve my purpose. Invisible forces operate ceaselessly on my behalf. I am unstoppable, inevitable, and resolute. Even setbacks, obstacles, and delays are instruments of refinement. While asleep, instruct your subconscious every challenge is temporary. Every difficulty teaches me. Every failure strengthens my resolve. My purpose is absolute. My desire is consuming. My faith is unwavering. I act decisively. I persist relentlessly. My imagination constructs reality. My discipline controls thought. My courage conquers fear. These statements are not wishes, they are commands, and your mind executes them with unerring precision. Tonight, the mind is most receptive. Each affirmation, each mental image, each repeated command becomes an indelible imprint, a directive to the subconscious that will manifest in action, decision, and eventual achievement. This is no idle ritual. It is the deliberate, scientific, and powerful application of universal laws. Repeat. With absolute conviction, I am master of my mind. I am master of my destiny. I act decisively. I persist relentlessly. I create powerfully. I maintain unshakable faith. I control fear. I am disciplined. I visualize clearly. I am unstoppable. I am inevitable. Sleep is not surrender, it is activation. While the body rests, the mind operates with clarity, creativity, and power. Tonight, as you descend deeper, embed these truths. Every thought is a seed, every repetition a hammer strike, every visualization a blueprint. Your subconscious is obedient. Your purpose is absolute. Your desire is consuming. Your faith is unshakable. Your persistence is relentless. Your imagination constructs reality. Your discipline controls thought. Your decisions are swift and decisive. Your courage overcomes fear. Your action manifests results. You are a creator. You are unstoppable. You are inevitable. As the night deepens and your body surrenders fully to the weightless suspension of sleep, your mind awakens to possibilities invisible to the waking eye. It is here, in the liminal space between consciousness and dream, that the architecture of destiny is forged. Every repetition, every affirmation, every vividly imagined scene is absorbed, cataloged, and acted upon by the subconscious. Your thoughts are the architects, your desires the blueprints, and your faith the power that animates creation. You must understand that the mind, when disciplined and directed, cannot be idle. It is either constructing the life you imagine, or it is unconsciously accepting limitations imposed by habit, fear, and doubt. Tonight, command it with absolute clarity. I control my mind. I direct my thoughts. I shape my destiny. Desire is the heartbeat of achievement. Without it, purpose is hollow, and faith becomes fragile. Desire is not simply wanting. It is an obsession that dominates the mind, shapes behavior, and commands attention. Tonight, as you drift deeper, feed your desire with precision. I desire only what aligns with my purpose. My desire is burning, unrelenting, and absolute. It compels me to act, to persist, and to create. Desire is not satisfied with casual thought. It demands repetition, visualization, and constant reinforcement. Plant it in the subconscious with intensity and watch as it grows into unstoppable force. Faith, strengthened by repetition, visualization, and affirmation, transforms thought into reality. It is not hope or wishful thinking, it is certainty that compels action and produces results. Repeat silently, I have absolute faith in my ability to achieve. I believe in my purpose. I am aligned with the invisible laws that govern success. My faith removes doubt, annihilates hesitation, and fuels relentless action. Allow this certainty to infiltrate every corner of your mind, becoming a drumbeat of inevitability that guides every decision, every step, every thought. Persistence is the engine that carries desire and faith into tangible results. It is not merely effort, it is the unbroken continuity of purpose applied to action. While asleep, implant in your subconscious the pattern of relentless persistence. I persist despite obstacles, despite failure, despite temporary setbacks. My will is unshakable. My purpose is inviolable. My determination is constant. The subconscious, receiving this command repeatedly, internalizes it as truth, creating automatic responses to challenge and adversity. Nothing can deter a mind trained in persistence. No obstacle can halt a purpose reinforced nightly through thought, repetition, and affirmation. Imagination is your workshop, your laboratory, your crucible of creation. While awake, you may see only fragments. While asleep, you can construct entire scenarios, test strategies, and refine ideas with perfect fidelity. Visualize in exquisite detail the life you intend to create. Hear the sounds, feel the textures, sense the emotions, and perceive the environment of your future reality. Every sense involved strengthens the impression upon the subconscious, which in turn organizes circumstances to match your vision. Repeat mentally, I visualize my success with perfect clarity. I see every detail of my life aligned with purpose. My imagination constructs reality before I act. My mind is the architect, my subconscious the builder, my will the force that ensures completion. Decision is the sharp edge of destiny. Indecision breeds mediocrity. Hesitation permits opportunity to slip away. Tonight, train the subconscious to recognize clarity as command. I make decisions promptly and with confidence. I act decisively on my purpose. Hesitation has no place in my mind. My choices are guided by clarity. My actions follow swiftly. Results manifest inevitably. Each repetition ingrains decisiveness into the automatic functioning of thought, so that in waking life, decision flows naturally, unerringly, and without conflict. Fear, the subtle saboteur, must be neutralized. Fear is nothing more than misdirected thought, a habit that convinces the mind of limits that do not exist. While asleep, instruct the subconscious to interpret fear as signal, opportunity, and fuel. I fear nothing that obstructs my purpose. I act courageously. I am strong, resilient, and unshakable. Fear is temporary, my will is eternal. By repetition, mental rehearsal, and affirmation, fear is disarmed and courage becomes the automatic response to challenge. Self-discipline is the guardian of all mental laws. Desire without discipline is chaotic. Faith without discipline is fragile. Imagination without discipline is idle. While your mind rests, embed these truths. I am disciplined in thought, word, and action. I control impulses. I focus relentlessly on that which serves my purpose. I reject distractions, negative influences, and limiting beliefs. My subconscious obeys discipline. Patterns of self-control become automatic. Every action, every thought, every choice is aligned with my ultimate objective. The subconscious magnifies what you feed it. One affirmation becomes 10 actions. One vivid image produces countless manifestations. The night is not idle, it is a forge, and your mind is the crucible. Every repetition, every mental command, every detailed visualization is a hammer striking reality into being. Recognize this power. You are not passive, you are actively creating. Direct it consciously. I am the master of my subconscious. I plant seeds of greatness tonight. I cultivate persistence, clarity, courage, and faith. I control my mind. I shape my reality. The forces that shape destiny are aligned with my purpose. Every law of success, desire, faith, persistence, imagination, decision, self-discipline, fear, mastery, operates invisibly yet unerringly. They are instruments of power, obedient to the mind that commands them. Tonight, impress upon your subconscious, I persist relentlessly. I act decisively. I create with imagination. I maintain unshakable faith. I control fear. I am disciplined. I make decisions swiftly. I visualize clearly. I am unstoppable. I am inevitable. These statements are not aspirations. They are directives, and your mind executes them faithfully. Even setbacks, even delays, even challenges are not failures. They are teachers. While asleep, teach the subconscious. Every obstacle strengthens me. Every difficulty teaches me. Every delay is temporary. My purpose is absolute. My desire is relentless. My faith is unshakable. I act decisively. I persist. Without wavering. My imagination constructs reality. My discipline governs thought. My courage overcomes fear. Every repetition ingrains these patterns deeper, embedding them into the automatic operations of mind and action. Sleep is not surrender, it is activation. While the body rests, the mind operates with clarity, creativity, and force. Tonight, repeat with precision, every thought is a seed. Every affirmation is a command. Every visualization is a blueprint. My subconscious obeys me. My purpose is absolute. My desire is consuming. My faith is unshakable. My persistence is relentless. My imagination constructs reality. My discipline controls thought. My decisions are swift. My courage overcomes fear. My actions manifest results. I am a creator. I am unstoppable. I am inevitable. As you continue to sink into the profound stillness of sleep, understand that this is no ordinary rest. While your body lies inert, your mind is awake, attentive, and insatiably active, absorbing every instruction, every mental image, every affirmation you allow to resonate within your consciousness. The subconscious mind, vast, precise, and unerring, is the most powerful instrument you possess. It does not question, it does not hesitate, it obeys. Every repeated thought becomes a directive, every vivid visualization becomes a pattern, every declaration becomes a law that it will enforce upon reality. Tonight, impress it with authority. I am master of my mind. I am architect of my destiny. My thoughts are deliberate. My purpose is unyielding. Desire is the spark that ignites all achievement. Not a casual want, not a fleeting whim, but an obsession that dominates the mind, directs energy, and commands action. Tonight, nurture desire with intensity. I desire only what serves my purpose. My desire is burning, unrelenting, and absolute. It drives me, shapes my choices, and compels my actions. Desire is inseparable from purpose. Without one, the other is meaningless. As your subconscious absorbs these affirmations, it converts thought into action, imagination into strategy, and intention into manifestation. Faith is the unseen lever that moves the mind and circumstances toward achievement. It is not hope. It is not optimism. It is absolute certainty in the reality of what is desired. Repeat silently, I have faith in my ability. I have faith in my purpose. I am aligned with the invisible laws of success. Faith removes doubt, annihilates hesitation, and compels relentless action. Let this certainty resonate through your subconscious until it becomes an unshakable truth, a constant drumbeat that directs every thought, every decision, every response. Persistence is the engine that propels desire and faith into results. It is not mere effort. It is the unbroken continuity of purpose applied with absolute discipline. While asleep, instruct the subconscious. I persist despite obstacles. I persist despite failure. I persist despite temporary setbacks. My will is unshakable. My determination is relentless. Every repetition ingrains persistence as an automatic pattern of thought and action, ensuring that nothing external can divert or delay the inevitable realization of my goals. Imagination is the workshop in which reality is pre-constructed. While your body rests, your mind can simulate entire scenarios, strategize flawlessly, and refine actions with perfect fidelity. Visualize your life in meticulous detail, the people you interact with, the environments you inhabit, the successes you achieve, the emotions you feel. The more vivid, precise, and emotionally charged the visualization, the stronger the impression upon the subconscious. Repeat silently, I visualize my success with perfect clarity. I see every element of my life aligned with purpose. My imagination constructs reality before I act. My subconscious organizes circumstances to match my vision. Decision is the defining characteristic of mastery. Indecision breeds mediocrity. Hesitation allows opportunity to slip. Tonight, command your subconscious. I make decisions promptly and with unwavering confidence. I act decisively. Hesitation has no place in my mind. My choices are guided by clarity, and my actions follow swiftly. Every repetition ingrains decisiveness into the automatic functioning of thought, ensuring that in waking life, clarity and prompt action are natural, habitual, and unstoppable. Fear, the silent saboteur, must be neutralized. It disguises itself as caution, necessity, our prudence, yet it is nothing but misapplied thought. Instruct the subconscious to reinterpret fear as signal, opportunity, and fuel. I fear nothing that obstructs my purpose. I act courageously. I am resilient, strong, and unshakable. Fear is temporary. My will is eternal. Repetition, affirmation, and visualization condition the mind to respond automatically with courage, ensuring that hesitation never compromises purpose. Self-discipline is the master key that harmonizes all other laws of success. Desire without discipline is chaos. Faith without discipline is fragile. Imagination without discipline is idle. Tonight, implant in your subconscious, I am disciplined in thought, word, and action. I control impulses. I focus relentlessly on what serves my purpose. I reject distractions, doubts, and limiting beliefs. The subconscious obeys this directive, creating automatic patterns of self-control and alignment with ultimate objectives. The subconscious magnifies what you feed it. One affirmation multiplies into 10 actions. One vivid image produces countless manifestations. Night is the forge. The mind is the crucible. Every mental repetition, every deliberate affirmation, every meticulously imagined scene is a hammer striking the foundation of reality into being. Recognize this power. You are actively creating, even while asleep. Direct it consciously. I plant seeds of greatness tonight. I cultivate persistence, clarity, courage, and faith. I control my mind. I shape my real Iddy. Invisible forces respond to my commands with perfect precision. Every law of success, desire, faith, persistence, imagination, decision, self-discipline, fear mastery, operates invisibly yet unerringly. They are instruments of power, obedient to the mind that commands them. Tonight, impress upon your subconscious, I persist relentlessly. I act decisively. I create powerfully. I maintain unshakable faith. I control fear. I am disciplined. I make decisions swiftly. I visualize clearly. I am unstoppable. I am inevitable. These statements are not wishes. They are commands, and the subconscious executes them without hesitation. Obstacles, setbacks, and delays are merely tools for refinement. While asleep, teach the mind. Every challenge strengthens me. Every difficulty teaches me. Every delay is temporary. My purpose is absolute. My desire is consuming. My faith is unshakable. I act decisively. I persist relentlessly. My imagination constructs reality. My discipline governs thought. My courage overcomes fear. Every repetition ingrains these principles deeper, embedding them into the automatic operations of mind and action. Sleep is not surrender, it is activation. While the body rests, the mind operates with clarity, creativity, and power. Tonight, repeat with precision, every thought is a seed. Every affirmation is a command. Every visualization is a blueprint. My subconscious obeys me. My purpose is absolute. My desire is consuming. My faith is unshakable. My persistence is relentless. My imagination constructs reality. My discipline controls thought. My decisions are swift. My courage overcomes fear. My actions manifest results. I am a creator. I am unstoppable. I am inevitable. Now, as the night deepens into absolute stillness, recognize that your mind is not passive, it is not idle. It is the most powerful instrument in existence, quietly shaping, silently constructing, relentlessly arranging the events, people, and circumstances that will define your life. Every affirmation you have repeated, every image you have visualized, every command you have impressed upon your subconscious has been absorbed, internalized, and set into motion. You are no longer merely a thinker, no longer merely a dreamer. You are a conscious architect of your destiny, wielding invisible forces with precision, discipline, and unwavering authority. Tonight, the seeds planted in your subconscious will germinate, sprout, and grow, preparing the soil of your life for inevitable achievement. Desire burns brighter than ever. It is no longer a thought. It is a force, a pulse, an engine that cannot be diverted or extinguished. Repeat silently, my desire is absolute. My purpose is unshakable. My will is relentless. Desire drives every thought, every decision, every action. The subconscious receives this command as fact. It cannot fail to manifest what is deeply wanted, meticulously visualized, and relentlessly affirmed. This desire is not passive. It commands the mind to seek, to plan, to act, and to persist, transforming every moment into an opportunity for progress. Faith, now perfected through repetition and affirmation, is absolute certainty. Not hope, not optimism, but a knowing that is immune to doubt. Speak to your subconscious. I have unshakable faith in my abilities. I have absolute certainty in my purpose. I am guided by invisible laws that align all circumstances to serve my intent. Faith transforms thought into reality, desire into action, and persistence into results. Your subconscious obeys, orchestrating conditions, opportunities, and strategies with unerring accuracy. Persistence reinforced in every moment, every affirmation, every visualization is unbreakable. Repeat. I persist relentlessly. I act decisively. I rise stronger from every challenge. Obstacles are temporary. My will is permanent. My purpose is inevitable. Your subconscious records these commands, embedding patterns of action, endurance, and relentless forward momentum that cannot be stopped. Each repetition strengthens neural pathways, forming automatic patterns of unstoppable perseverance that operate even while conscious attention wanders. Imagination, sharpened and disciplined, constructs reality before you act. Visualize with perfect clarity the life you intend to lead, the wealth, influence, mastery, and personal power that you command. Feel the textures, hear the sounds, sense the emotions, see the interactions. Repeat silently. I visualize my success in precise detail. I see every aspect of my life aligned with purpose. My imagination constructs reality before I act. My subconscious organizes conditions to match my vision. The night amplifies this process, embedding the blueprint of your destiny into the very fabric of your mind. Decision is the defining edge of action. Indecision has no power over you. Hesitation is a concept you reject. Repeat. I make decisions promptly. I act decisively. My choices are guided by clarity. My actions follow swiftly. My results are inevitable. The subconscious obeys, creating automatic patterns of decisive thinking and confident action, so that every day, every moment, you act with authority and precision, unstoppable and unhesitating. Fear, the subtle enemy of progress, is neutralized. It is no longer permitted to influence thought, decision, or action. Repeat silently. I fear nothing. I confront every challenge with courage. Fear is temporary. My will is eternal. My mind is strong, resilient, and unshakable. Each repetition reinforces the automatic response of bravery, confidence, and bold action, ensuring that hesitation and doubt never interfere with purpose. Self-discipline, the foundation of mastery, governs every thought, every impulse, every decision. Repeat. I am disciplined in thought, word, and action. I control my impulses. I focus relentlessly on what serves my purpose. I reject distractions, negative influences, and limiting beliefs. My subconscious obeys discipline. Patterns of self-control become automatic. Every choice, every act, every thought aligns with the highest expression of purpose. The invisible forces of the mind, previously dormant, now act ceaselessly in concert with your will. They respond to every affirmation, every visualization, every repetition, orchestrating conditions, people, and opportunities in perfect harmony with your purpose. Repeat silently. I am aligned with the laws of success. My thoughts, emotions, and actions serve my ultimate purpose. Invisible forces act on my behalf with perfect precision. I am unstoppable. I am inevitable. I am master of my destiny. Tonight, understand this truth with absolute clarity. Every obstacle, every failure, every delay is merely feedback. Every challenge strengthens your mind, tempers your resolve, and refines your strategies. Repeat. Every challenge teaches me. Every setback strengthens me. Every obstacle is temporary. My purpose is absolute. My desire is consuming. My faith is unshakable. I act decisively. I persist relentlessly. My imagination constructs reality. My discipline governs thought. My courage overcomes fear. My actio NS manifest results. My life is the embodiment of my commands. Sleep is activation. The body rests, the mind operates with clarity, creativity, and force. Tonight, repeat, every thought is a seed, every affirmation is a command, every visualization is a blueprint. My subconscious obeys me, my purpose is absolute, my desire is consuming, my faith is unshakable, my persistence is relentless, my imagination constructs reality, my discipline controls thought, my decisions are swift, my courage overcomes fear, my actions manifest results. I am a creator, I am unstoppable, I am inevitable. And now, hear this final command, feel this final surge, let it consume every fiber of thought and spirit. Rise in your mind as though you already hold mastery. Take full responsibility for your life, your purpose, your destiny. Let hesitation, fear, and doubt be annihilated. Act decisively. Persist relentlessly. Imagine vividly. Discipline unceasingly. Faith unbreakable. Courage unconquerable. Your subconscious, your mind, your invisible forces, they all obey you. The world bends to the strength of intention, to clarity of purpose, to relentless action. You are the architect of your life. You are the master of your fate. Begin now. Act now. Persist now. Your destiny is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of command. And the time to command it is this moment.